Tennessee. His older brother is in our program, Kevin McDermott. And, you know, it's like always, when you got a guy that comes and visits, you don't necessarily pay attention as though he's a top recruit. But every time he kept going, he was growing another 2 inches, another 2 inches. Last time he was here, he was 6'8". So I said, what position are you playing? And told me tight end. So I picked up some tape and started to look at Connor, and he was a pretty good tight end. I wouldn't say earth-shattering tight end, but pretty darn good. He's an accomplished basketball player. There were small colleges that were recruiting him to play basketball. And they said, the word got back, but I have played some tackle. So we put together a tape of him playing tackle, and he jumped off the tape. He's got the natural footwork. He's got the natural athleticism to pull and to block the edges. He's got a wingspan that's over 7 feet. So he's what you look for in terms of the dimensions. Certainly there's lots of growth potential. He goes about 245 right now, but I believe over the course of some maturation, he'll be a 300-pound, 310-pound man, and at 6'8", that's what you're looking for. And we've got to start developing tackles, as I mentioned at the outset. So I'm very excited that Connor's going to be here, and I'm glad that his brother enjoyed it so much that Mom and Dad thought it was okay for him to travel this far to go to college. Kevin McReynolds, next from St. John's College there in Washington, D.C. Kevin's a gregarious guy. If you saw him announced today, he certainly enjoyed his airtime on CBS, and you know, I think what you look for, prototype defensive tackle. He's about 6'2", 300 pounds, 310 pounds. He's got the ability to move laterally. He's got explosion. When we first met Kevin, he had a DVD out where he was doing all sorts of exercises and showing his prowess and strength and agility. One was pulling a Volkswagen or something like that. And so he's a remarkable athlete, one that you know, certainly needs to develop like all these kids, but I think going to be a great interior defensive lineman, which is always a must in playing defense at the Division I level. Raymond Nelson, a tight end from up in Modesto Christian High School. Reeves Nelson, one of our star basketball players' little brothers. Just a fantastic athlete. Came down and was in our camp in the summertime. Showed great ability, great toughness, great agility. He just has all the things you're looking for at tight end, and is up now almost to 250 pounds. He's 6'4", 6'5", and great hand-eye, great toughness. I think if you watch Reeves play and you imagine him being a tight end, that's what you get with Raymond. And so I think it's going to be fun to have both of them on campus. I know Ben hopes that Reeves will stay a long time, but we're going to enjoy him while he's here, and we certainly will enjoy Raymond as well. The next name is familiar to me, Jerry Neuheisel. Jerry is obviously close to me. I've watched him play for a long time, and you know, I wrestled with this because it's a lot of pressure to put on your son to come and play at this level, and especially with the name on the back of his jersey. And if he's in the game, people will wonder, should he be in the game? And if he's not in the game, people will wonder, should he be on the roster? And Jerry and I have been all over that. We've talked about it ad nauseum. And at the end of the day, this was his dream school, to be at UCLA, to be a part of this program. He would feel that way if I were here or not. And I just didn't want to deprive him of that chance. I know he was worthy of a scholarship, having watched him play all these years and having heard other Pac-10 coaches tell me that if I'm not taking him, they are. So I'm not concerned about the appearance of it. I'm going to wait and let him compete, and the likelihood is that Jerry will brace. He will not begin in the fall. He'll begin in the winter, which will give Brett the entire freshman repetitions that are available, and then Jerry will have a chance to join the squad at that time to give him a little bit more chance to develop physically. He's about 185 pounds right now, and hopefully he can continue to gain weight. And he's at 6'2", so I believe that great things are in store for him. I know what he knows about the game, and I believe he'll find a way to make a great contribution to our program. Will Oliver, an exciting guy. You know, every now and then recruiting you find somebody late. And normally the case is that finding people late, it's a little too late. This was a guy who was committed to a smaller school and just basically was not on the beaten path. Angus McClure, who was on the road as coaches had come and gone. I needed an extra guy on the road, so Angus was going up there and just kind of doing some work to prepare for next year's recruiting class. And it happened on Heritage High School in this little town of Brentwood, California up there. And happened upon into the weight room on this 6'8", 290-pound young man that looks exactly like the guys getting off the planes in the NFL look like. And lo and behold, in analyzing the tape, the guy can bend, he can do all the things that you're looking for. Has he played? Has he a lot of football? The answer is no. Has he developed into the kind of player that he will eventually be? The answer is not yet. But I think this guy is going to be an absolute gem, and it's going to be an often told story as to how we found him by the time he's done here. I'm anxious to show you some video, or have you check out his highlights and see how flexible and gifted an athlete he is.